What is up, YouTube? Brian here with Team D-Boyz Infinity, and here I am on Tuesday, just as I said. I do apologize about last week, or the past couple weeks. I haven't been to locals. I was on spring break, and I was out of town, and I was going to go to locals up there on like a Wednesday, and because we left town on Saturday and came back into town on Saturday, so my locals is normally on Saturday, so I wasn't able to go until this past week. I was gonna go on a Wednesday up there, but we got like half a foot of snow, I think, like that night before, so it wasn't gonna happen. So, which I kind of hate. I was itching to play Yu-Gi-Oh really badly when I got back because I hadn't played in a minute. But yeah, I've been playing Magicians. I've been playing it since Electromite came out. Well, I've been playing it since before then, but I've been playing it more so with the new list and everything. It's the best deck, and yeah, I kind of hate it because I really enjoyed Spirals, so I can't really play them too much anymore. But this is the deck I'm going with for now. Um, we'll get into the build. I'll go ahead and hop into it. Some of the ratios are off, and I'll get to that when I get there. It's not the most optimal build, but I definitely think it is a pretty decent one, and it's going to change next week once I get the necessary cards for it. But without further ado, I'll hop into the profile. So first up, I have 3 Astrograph Sorcerer, obvious, and 3 Chrono starter cards, and then the accompanying Magician cards. For the Magician package, play 3 Harmonizing. I think that's staple. 3 Poison, and 3 Black Fang. Now, I take a diversion here by playing 3 Wisdom Eye. Now, the reason being for this is because I couldn't quite get my hands on these. I'm still waiting for the rest of these to show up. So, spoiler alert, we're not playing the Mythical Beast engine right now, at least. But, yeah, I don't know about this card. It didn't really do anything spectacular for me. It's good to trigger Astrograph, but you're not always going to open with Astrograph. It conflicts with Pendulum Call, which just has such amazing synergy with Dark Worm. It's insane. So, yeah, it was nice as a tutor to get to the right scale if I didn't have it, which was kind of nice. But most of the time, it was just another level 4 to bring out off of Harmonizing, which was okay, I guess. But moving forward, I'm probably not going to play it because I'm already playing 2 Pen Call in the deck anyway, and it really just does not work like that. They don't work together that well, so I don't think I'm going to be playing this going forward. But, and then the last Magician is 2 Oath, so I think that goes without saying. The last engine in the deck, I play the Supreme King, the Dark Worm, and Gate engine. 2 of this is, honestly, in my opinion, necessary just as an additional level 7 if you can't get multiple Astros in play, depending on what happens to your Electromite. So you can make that Vortex play. So I think that's critical. So that's it for the Pendulum monsters. The last monsters are 3 Ash and 3 Ogre. I still like the hand traps this format. I'm not sure if I want to keep playing such a high ratio of them, but they've rarely bricked for me in testing. Sometimes you open too many, but most of the time just playing, maxing on 2 different ones, you'll see one or both, like one ofs. But they're cool to draw into off of Desires or Electromite's first effect as well. For the spells, 2 P-Call, amazing with Dark Worm. Might bump it to 3, but I'm not sure. It can conflict with your Electromite if you only have Magician cards, but other than that, it's fine. It tutors your Magician engine, which is really good without the graph cards. 2 Desires, card's insane. And then the last spells are 3 Dragon Shrine and Foolish Burial. And this looks kind of weird because I'm actually maxing on Shrine, which I know a lot of people don't necessarily agree with, but my logic behind it is in the OCG, they have, they only play like 1 and 1, I think. Well, pre-ban list when Dark Worm's at 3, and they maxed on Dark Worm with Revolution, but we don't have that, so it's harder to tutor into the Supreme King engine. So I wanted as many copies of Dark Worm as I could get, and I had a space open where I was playing Time Pendulum Graph. I might put that back in, I'm not sure, but I decided to try this out, and it was fine for me. So, yeah, anyway, that rounds out the main deck. Onto the extra deck. You already know, tokens. And for the links, I played 2 Electromite. 2 or 3. You can't really get away with playing 1, but depending on what kind of build you're going for, 2 or 3 is fine. Metaltron as well, link 3 with only down arrows. And the last link monster I play is the 1 Borload. It's good to out problem cards, including itself. Also, yeah. So again, good. Get out to Masterpiece as well. So that's for the links. For the Xyz, I play Absolute, Naruto. This might come out for the Harbinger package. I've found that comes up more often, but I'm not exactly sure. The extra deck space is kind of tight. This card's really good for looping Black Fang on turn 1 by getting monsters in the grave as materials for it, and then searching Astro with its effect. You can do all kinds of cool loops. Baguska probably won't play it anymore. Tornado and Dweller, those are insane. And then on to the synchros. Play the big 3, Ignister, Clearwing, and Omega. I don't think there's any argument on those. And then for the fusions, I just play the 1 Starving Venom and the 1 Vortex. The other thing I like about the Harbinger package is having more of this, which gives me more of these. But it also gives you more of other cards. I've had Vortex get outed, and I'd make this and copy the Vortex, like, to play into a field. They're like, okay, yeah, you can copy the Electromite or whatever. I'm like, target Vortex. And I'm like, oh, that works. You know, so yeah, this card's just really good for having extra copies of other things, Ignister, Vortex, Electromite, whatever you need be at that time. So with that being said, that wraps it up for the deck profile. I'll probably have my updated list by next week. I'm planning to attend a regional in Tuscaloosa, so yeah, I'll update this build and be playing it differently, and so I'll bring you all that list as well. But anyway, that's it. That's what's been going on. There's the list. So let me know if you enjoyed the deck profile down below by leaving a like, comments with any questions, or anything else you want to say about the deck, suggestions. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Still need a lot of subscribers. And yeah, that's basically it. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.